Don't ruin Christmas by forgetting these 15 things that are going to help you have a bit of a stress-free Christmas. Now, Christmas time is all about Christmas presents, love, joy, laughter, activities, events, spending it with family. And because we have a long list of things to do, especially as a mum, a huge list of things to do at Christmas, sometimes we can forget essential things. And in today's video, I want to tell you 15 of those things that you can now put on your list so you don't forget them and have a stress-free Christmas. Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm a solo mum to earn. On this channel, I talk everything frugal living, budgeting, and right now, everything to do with Christmas. So if you like that kind of thing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more future Christmas content from me. Now, I'm going to jump straight into it because I want to get these 15 things done for you to put on your shopping list. So every time you go shopping from now until Christmas, you are not forgetting them. So the first thing, very obvious thing, is make sure you have enough sellotape. One, for obviously all the Christmas presents that you need to wrap, but also have spare so that if you are there on Christmas Day and the dog, from experience, has jumped on the Christmas presents and put a huge hole in one of the presents, you can quickly tape it back up with some spare wrapping paper or some tin foil or something, and you've got spare sellotape to make sure that you've wrapped the present back up. So making sure that you've got enough sellotape for wrapping your gifts, but you've also got a spare roll of sellotape just in case you need it on Christmas Day. Number two, this is really important, especially if you have children, is you can't forget batteries, people. You just can't. If you've got kids and you've got a toy that has got batteries, you need every kind of battery. Check the toy before you wrap it, see what batteries it actually needs. And if you don't do it, make sure you've got every kind of battery possible, because the last thing you want is your child to open a Christmas present, see it takes batteries and you have no batteries. There's going to be a meltdown. Trust me, from experience, don't do it. Make sure you've got every battery possible. So my mum has just bought my son a Christmas present and she's told me it takes batteries. So I've checked the present, I know what batteries it is. So I'm going to make sure that they put on my shopping list so I get plenty of batteries for all the little kids' toys, because the noisy ones take batteries. If you buy a noisy toy and you don't want it to be noisy because you've got a hangover from the night before or something, just say you've got no batteries and just deal with the meltdown. It's your choice. You're going to deal with noise either way. Number three is don't forget all your kitchen papers. So what I mean by this is your baking parchment paper, your tin foil, and in the UK we call it cling film. Do you call it saran wrap in America? I don't know what you call it. But anyway, in the UK, we call it cling film. So make sure you've got plenty of cling film, tin foil, and baking parchment. The last thing you want is to do a quick dash out on Christmas Eve because you've got no tin foil to wrap the turkey in, or you haven't got enough tin foil or any cling film to wrap leftovers in either. So make sure that you have 2 rolls of each, 2 rolls of tin foil, 2 rolls of baking parchment, and 2 rolls of cling film as a bare minimum. If you know you need more, start buying one every single week in your weekly grocery shopping. I know I need to do that. That's on my grocery list this week, is to buy baking parchment, tin foil, and some cling film for Christmas. Number 4 is to not forget plenty of kitchen roll. Make sure you've stocked up on kitchen roll for those spillages that people have. Kids might spill their juice. Someone might spill their wine. If they spill red wine on white carpet, then make sure you know how to do that. I have got like a life hack series coming up in January of how to do all those things. So subscribe so you don't miss that in January. But making sure you've got plenty of kitchen roll that you can quickly grab and wipe up some juice that is spilled or anything else that you may need it for. Number 5, the most important one, I think, is make sure you've got plenty of bin bags and black bags. Now, let me know if you are the same. So when I was younger, my mum always let us go downstairs, open our stockings, and as soon as we opened the first present, the black bag was shaken and opened, and every Christmas there was a black bag in the front room ready for all the wrapping paper to go in. As a mum myself now, that's exactly what I do. Every time my son opens his first present, the black bag gets shaken, opened up, and I've got all the wrapping paper and everything and boxes ready for recycling put into black bags that I can sort out on Boxing Day. So making sure that you have plenty of black bags and also plenty of bin bags, because kids don't always go and put them in the black bag, even though it's very obvious there for rubbish. They're still going to put it in the bin and it will fill the bin up very, very quickly. So make sure you've got plenty of bin bags and you've also got plenty of black bags for all the big rubbish that you're going to need to get rid of. Number 6 is to make sure you've got plenty of toilet roll in, especially if you are having guests over for Christmas. So if you just go and buy your regular toilet roll and the amount that you buy, you might not have enough if you've got a lot of people coming over. And it's something that we often forget, isn't it? So making sure that you're buying 1 or 2 extra packets of toilet roll if you've got guests coming over for Christmas or even for New Year, making sure you're stocked up with plenty of loo roll. The last thing you want is to be caught short with no loo roll with a lot of people in your house. Number 7, some people might want to do this, some people might not want to do this, and it is buying extra candles or tea lights or the LED candles if you've got little ones around you. So some people, when it gets to Christmas evening, might want a little bit of a quieter evening, might want to soften the lights a little bit. So putting some candles on, some tea lights on, just to make it a little bit more of a relaxed environment. If you've got kids, maybe getting the LED candle lights, you can get them in Poundland or B&M. I filmed them in my B&M on Monday, I think it was, so go and have a look at that. I'll link it in the description box below for you. But maybe putting some candles on just to soften the mood, a little bit of a quieter evening, unless you've obviously got a party going on. Some people will want to do that, some people won't. I have my son at Christmas Eve night, so I probably won't do it, but if I've got my son on Christmas morning one year and I'm on my own on Christmas Day night, then I would probably do a few candles and just quieten down and bring calm to the day. Which leads me nicely onto number 8, and it is don't forget your matches or lighter. So if you are going to light candles, make sure you've got plenty of matches. Some people light candles over Christmas dinner and they have candles on the table. So last thing you want is to have the candles, but you don't actually have anything to light them with. So making sure that you've either got a lighter or you've got some matches somewhere in your home so you can light your candles, or if you need to use it for anything else. But be careful because it's fire. A disclaimer there. Number 10 is a good one. I saw this and I thought, oh, that's a really smart idea. Is to make sure you've got like a little pack of sticky notes or a marker pen. Now, sometimes when you've written gift tags on presents and you tape them on, they fall off and you don't know where they come from. So what I tend to do is I put a little mark in the corner and I put their name on it so I know whose it is. So if it's my son's, I'll put my son's name. If it's my niece's, I'll put my niece's name. So if the tag falls off, I'm not trying to feel the present to try and figure out what it is. There's a little name in the corner where they can't really see it, so I know that that's their present if the gift tag falls off. If it does fall off and it rips, like one time a gift tag fell off and my old dog Toby, he chewed it up, so we didn't have anything to put it back on, then just get a sticky note and just pop the sticky note on with whose name it is, and then use your sellotape that you got, my tip number 1, and tape it on just to make sure that it stays on there safely. Number 11 is to make sure that you have a tin opener that works and a bottle opener. Now everyone has a tin opener, but if you've got an electric one and it decides to malfunction and it doesn't work anymore, then how are you going to open your tinned carrots if you're having tinned carrots for Christmas? I prefer fresh, but some people will have tinned carrots. Making sure that you have a manual tin opener just in case your electric one might malfunction or just stop working. It doesn't want you to have the carrots that day. You've already got a spare tin opener. They're like 79 pence in Home Bargains, so just go and grab one from there just to make sure that you've got all bases covered. Also a bottle opener. Now, if you know me, I don't drink alcohol. January, I haven't had a drink for 7 years. Personal choice, just decided not to do it. I've got no problem with it. There is addictions in my family and I just rather stay away from any alcohol. So I haven't had a drop of alcohol for 7 years. So if somebody was coming around my house and they wanted a bottle of beer, I have no bottle opener for them. So when I move, I will be getting a bottle opener just to have, just in case someone comes around my house, very unlikely, and wants a bottle of beer or something, then I've got a bottle opener for them to have. So if you are like me and you don't drink and you don't have a bottle opener but you've got guests coming over, it might be a good idea to purchase one. Or if you don't want to purchase one, tell them to bring one. Number 12 is to make sure that you have plenty of chargers and extension lead cables as well. Because if you are having guests over, especially teenagers who's got a new phone, maybe someone's got a new game console, a new tablet, and it needs charging, if every plug socket is used, then people are going to get really annoyed. So make sure you've got plenty of chargers to charge the appliances, but also make sure you've got plenty of extension leads so you can charge more things if you need to. Luckily, it's just my son and I, so when he had his Switch one year, then I was able to charge that as well as charge all my other things because it's just the two of us. But if you've got more than one child, you've got 3 or 4 children, they're all going to get tablets or phones or game consoles, they need to charge things. Make sure you've got plenty of extension leads so everybody can charge at the same time without no fights, because you don't want no fights at Christmas. Number 13, which my mum actually told me, was to make sure that you've got a torch. So if you need to go out in the garden with the dog at night on Christmas Day, you've got a torch to go out there with. If you need to go out for a walk Christmas night because the dog's had too much food for Christmas and he's pinched a few things and he's taken for a late night walk, you've got that torch so that when it's dark out, you've got light to guide you along your way. Also, if anything goes wrong, there's a power cut or anything, you've got some torches just in case. Everybody should have them in their household anyway, regardless of Christmas, but if you don't have one, make sure you've got one for Christmas. That's the last thing you're going to want to have on Christmas Day, is a blackout with no light whatsoever, which is also ties in with getting extra candles. Number 14, I saw this online, I thought it'd be worth putting in this video, is to make sure that you've got a backup meal. Just in case anything goes wrong at Christmas with the Christmas dinner, make sure that you've got something back up in the freezer, like whether you've got a pizza or you've got burgers and chips, but you've got a backup meal. Maybe have a Christmas meal run through now and cook extra, and you've got an extra Christmas meal in the freezer. If something is to go wrong, you've got a few extra meals in the freezer, so you're not going to miss out on Christmas Day. So some people will have that, some people won't. Let me know if you think that's a good idea or not. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Having a Christmas backup meal, what are your thoughts? Let me know. I am going to be doing a video on budgeting for a Christmas dinner and what my son and I do for Christmas dinner as well, because I only have my son for half the day on Christmas Day, so I don't actually have Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. We usually have pizza, but I'm going to do a whole video on how to have Christmas dinner on a budget and what my son and I do as well. So if you want to see that video, subscribe to the channel because that's coming out in the next couple of weeks. And number 15 is to make sure that you have some freezer space in your freezer. So obviously, if you're watching my grocery hauls, you know that I've got my Christmas box where I'm filling things up for Christmas, but soon I'm going to be starting on getting the freezer stuff for Christmas. But I'm also starting to use up all the food that I have in the freezer to make room for the Christmas stuff that's going to come in. Not just what I'm going to buy, but when we've got leftovers, rather than waste it, I'm going to be on my own for a few days after Christmas. I'm going to put those meals in the freezer, and I've got a few meals to have between Christmas and New Year when my son comes back to me. And I will give you a bonus tip, and that is to make sure that your medicine drawer is stocked, right? So you have got everything you need: paracetamol, ibuprofen, Calpol, anything that you would need for medicine for the Christmas period. Make sure that you have everything stocked, because you don't want to go to these little shops that are open on Christmas Day and pay a fortune. Make sure that you've got everything that you need now. My son is suffering with very bad headaches at the moment. We are getting better, so I'm going to make sure that I've got plenty of medicine in the house just in case he needs anything. And also, my ex is going to have him. I always have an extra bottle that I can give to him if he doesn't get it at all, but if he does, then there's always a spare bottle at my house. So making sure that you have a stocked medicine cupboard or drawer or whatever it is that you may have is very important, so that if anybody does have a headache or not feeling 100%, or illnesses can happen at any time. So if you've got someone that's not well, you have a stocked medicine drawer, that you're not going out paying a fortune in the little shops that are open on Christmas. Try and make sure that you've got everything you need beforehand. So that is my 16, because there was a bonus one, things that you need to remember for Christmas so that you can have a bit of a stress-free Christmas. These are the things we don't really think about because we're focused on presents, activities, food, and everything else that goes with Christmas. Sometimes we forget these little things that we need, and it comes Christmas Eve or Christmas Day and we're kicking ourselves, or we're really annoyed at ourselves because we haven't actually picked up the very obvious things. So I hope this video has helped you put a few things on your list. If there is anything else that I may have forgotten, then please drop it in the comments below so we can all remember things, and especially me, because I probably will forget. I've got a lot going on in my brain right now. So if you do think of anything else that we do need to remember, let us know in the comment box below. I love the fact that you all talk to each other, and I love the fact that you talk to me as well. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you think it's helpful, then share it with somebody else who it might help as well. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope whenever you watch this, you're having a good morning, good day, or good evening, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.